Hey everybody, Prepper Nurse 1 here. Today is Saturday, June 24th. I wanted to show you the sky. The sky is absolutely gorgeous today. It was a really nice day, kind of windy, but other than that, really nice, enjoyable day. Very productive day, real busy actually. I'll go over everything in a minute. I got to show you over here. I started trenching this out. And if you look over in that area, that's just stone. So basically I'll do a couple hits and then I'll just clear stone out of the way and recover that with stone. And that'll go from there right in there. But I'm going to put the PVC pipe in here is what I'm going to use. I have a bunch of it underneath the house from when we were doing some other work with the PVC. So I'm going to, like I said, I'm going to run this. I just got to this point today here on that. Run it out to here and then straight across over there. So this part over here is going to be more fun. I just got, you can see this is all really just a pain in the behind kind of stone, and I actually pulled this big old boy out of here as well. So anyway, so had my neighbor, real good guy, and he had mentioned like about a week ago he had a couple of loads of wood delivered, and he was like, yeah, he says, I'm I got to get that wood stacked. He says, but he goes, I pulled my back out, so I have to wait until my back feels better. So I heard him say that, and I said to myself, okay. So this morning was absolutely gorgeous, like I said. So I had gone down to the mailbox to mail a letter. Got to mail that bike payment out so that they keep letting me have my bike. So on the way back, I said, you know what? The kids were still all sleeping, and it was early. I said, I'm going to go ahead and start stacking that wood. So I started stacking the wood. And then my other neighbor, his sister has a beehive, and he was out. So I called him over and I said, hey, did your sister get that honey yet? Because I'm getting a big thing of honey from her. And he goes, no, not yet. He goes, she's getting ready to do it and stuff like that. I said, okay. And then he says, why are you stacking Richard's wood? And so I told him why I was doing it. Then he pitched in, he fit for about 15 minutes, and then he had a friend of his come over, so he had to stop, so I just kept going. And so probably an hour later, I hear, what the heck are you doing? And I looked up and I go, what do you think I'm doing? He goes, why are you stacking my wood? He goes, it was my neighbor Richard. And I said, well, listen, I said, you had said that your back was bothering you. And I said, one hand washes the other. We had the big snowstorm, basically only one really good storm this winter. And he came over and he plowed out my driveway for me. So I believe, you work together, you do things, for each other. You don't have to ask me to do something. I'm just going to go ahead and do it. So, and I'm not patting myself on the back, guys. It's not what I'm doing. I don't want you to think that. That's not what it is at all. I'm just giving that as an example. You know what? Okay, here's a good example. Okay, same type of situation. After I had my surgery and they delivered the building, and the guys put it up on blocks, and they put it up the wrong way on blocks, and everybody was like, "Oh my God, that's horrible! It's the wrong way to do it. It's never going to stay up. Da 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 da. You got to rechange everything." And Kelly, one of my subscribers, contacted me and said, "Listen, I want to come and I want to help you." And he came over for 3 days. And we jacked the house up and reset all the blocks. And after we did that part of it, I was done, because this was like right after my surgery. This was like in October, and I had like no strength at all. And he kept asking me, "Are you okay? Are you okay?" And I kept going, "Yeah, I'm fine," but I wasn't fine. I was in pretty rough shape. And he came and he helped me for 3 days, and he helped me put all the windows in. And he just did it because, okay? And that's why I did it. I just did it because. And just doing something decent for somebody. And so anyway, so at that point he came out, and then my other neighbor came back over, and the three of us finished up in probably 15 minutes stacking the rest of the wood, and I think he had a grand total of 8 face cord altogether that we stacked up, but I just, like I said, I think it's nice to do something nice for somebody, and if you can do it, then do it, And I knew he was in pain and he needed to get it done, so I helped him. That was it. But anyway, he said to me, he goes, well, you ain't got to worry about this winter when it comes up. He goes, your driveway will be squared away. He told me, he said, Nobody has ever done anything for me before. And I said, dude, I said, that's what it's about. It's about working together and helping each other, okay? So I did that, and then I came over and I did the trenching. And then I took the girls to Letchworth State Park today. And, okay, now as a kid, 15, 16 years old, we used to go to Letchworth all the time with my grandparents. Would rent a cabin every year, and we'd go up there for a week. Well, we would take the trail down into the gorge, which was, you weren't supposed to, but we went, all the way down to the river, and we had crossed the river. I walked all the way up to the dam. We did all kinds of stuff like that as a kid, okay? So I said to the girls, we're going to go down into the gorge, okay? Now, the last time I traversed down into the gorge was probably, I was 16 years old. So going down wasn't so bad. Oh my God, on the way up, that was bad. That was not a whole lot of fun. So, so that was an interesting adventure. So one of the other things I want to talk about today, so that's what we did. Spent time with the kids. We did that, and Eddie didn't want to go, so he stayed home. And then we ran to town. We had a pizza tonight for dinner. It was nice. It was a nice day. Sense of accomplishment. Not necessarily so much here at my own homestead, obviously, but helping somebody else out was really nice. Now here's a point that I wanted to bring up that really bothered me, okay? So we had gone into town and Heather wanted to get a pair of flip-flops, so we went over to the dollar store. Can't go wrong for a pair of flip-flops for $1, right? So the lady that waited on us had to be, and if I'm guessing, I would say she was in her mid to late 70s. And I said to her, I go, honey, why are you here working? You should be home on your porch relaxing, enjoying your retirement. And she said to me, oh, my Social Security just doesn't cover it, And I said to myself, you know what? Now this is the baby boomer generation we're talking about. Now the baby boomer generation ended in 1964. Then after that it was a Generation X. I'm actually first year Generation X. But the baby boomers were all before then. And I remember too, tell me if I'm wrong, but I believe the crash in the stock market happened in 2008. If I'm wrong, please correct me on that. But when the stock market crashed, all these baby boomers were getting ready to retire, and a lot of them lost a lot of money in the stock market, okay? A lot of money they lost. And so anyway, so here's these poor people, at that age, having to work a part-time job to help supplement their income because Social Security and what other investments they had aren't cutting it. And I said to myself, my God, is that awful? It's just, it's a freaking shame, okay? Now, and another reason why I wanted to move here and do what we're doing, when we lived in Greece, New York, my taxes for school and town taxes were $5,000 a year. I'm nowhere near that out here, and I have 3 acres out here, okay? I don't have huge expenses. I have a year and a half to go to pay on my building. Actually, when I pay the payment this month, I will have a year and 5 months to go on paying off the building, and then that's it. My land is paid for. Like I said, my taxes are not hugely expensive. We don't get a gas and electric bill because of the solar. And, I have my own well, so I don't even get a water bill. My idea was now that I'm in my 50s, I wanted to bring my expenses down now because I can't keep pushing the way I pushed when I was younger. I can't work 66 hours or 68 hours a week, 6 days a week. I can't do it anymore, okay? And here's the other thing. Not only that I can't do it anymore, I didn't want to do it anymore. Time is so precious and you can never get it back. So tomorrow is the future, yesterday is the past, it's gone. There's nothing you can do about it. So to me, I made a conscious decision to make some changes because I wanted to have that time to spend with the kids while they were still young and to be around them and to make a simpler life for myself so that as I get into closer to retirement years, which are not that far away, and actually while I'm talking here real quick, I just want to show you the apples are really freaking coming all through here. Oh, look at Buddy going right up the tree. What are you doing, buddy? Huh? So, anyway, as retirement looms closer, I wanted to make sure that, I had, my situation in a place where my expenses were not so huge that how am I going to survive? You know, so a lot of people, you got to think about that. As we're getting older, you know, you can't go like you could when you were younger. And, you know, and like I said, and I want that time. Time is more, as you get older, guys, time is so much more important, and you'll figure that out. I mean, anybody that's younger watching the channel, older people already know. You can never get that time back. You taking a walk?
Yeah. Can we just walk up to the Jesus campus?
What's that?
Or like the campus up there?
Camper where?
The campus.
Oh, that way? Yeah, you can do that.
Okay, we'll be right back.
Okay.
She just wants to see it.
Okay.
Hello, you two.
Yes, there's Heather and Kendall. Fresh back from swimming. So then we went swimming at Letchworth. I took them swimming as well. But so anyway, guys, you know, like I said, time you can't get back, and that's just you know, that's real important. But you know, it's like putting yourself in a situation where you have more time, your expenses aren't as big. That's a huge thing, and it makes life so much better. And that's what it's all about, realistically. So what I'm planning on doing is hopefully the next couple days we're supposed to get some rain. But what I want to do is I want to work on getting this trench all in ahead of time over the next couple days and get the wire run through. And the hard part is going to be going through the driveway. Obviously, this is not going to be fun to dig through that. But like I said, I'll just work at it a little bit at a time. And so I'm going to come up and come across right through here. And what I have to remember too, we have one wire coming over from here from the internet wire that comes in this way. So I got to watch out so I don't destroy that. But anyway, so hopefully this week we will get the new solar panels up and online, and I'll do a whole thing about the solar system at that point and how we did everything, and I'll show you guys everything, and hopefully you like that and you'll be interested. But so that's it. I mean, it's like I just when I saw this poor lady working at 70 something years old, and I mean, she was definitely in her 70s. I don't know where. If I had to guess, I would say 75. She told me that she was lucky that they hired, because most people wouldn't hire people her age. So, you know, and it's sad that she has to work. You know, that she can't be enjoying her retirement and sitting home, you know, baking cookies or having a cocktail or doing whatever she wants to do. I just think it's horrible that, you know, people work their whole lives and then they get to the end of it, and because poor planning or whatever, you know, they just, or like I say, a stock market crashing, and they lose everything that they've invested for their whole life, so because they were planning on this and this money to be there. And a lot of people lost their shirts back then, and it was right at the time when all these baby boomers started really dropping off and retiring. So that's a freaking shame. And so I just, like I said, having a game plan is really important. And even looking far out. I mean, I'm only 52, so I got 13 more years before, you know, 65. But my retirement age for full retirement is 67. So I technically have 15 more years. So, you know, putting a game plan in place way ahead of time, get your expenses down. That's what it's all about, guys. Okay? So anyway, listen, I'm going to jump off of here. I just want to do a video and catch everybody up on everything that's going on. And it was a really nice day. And, you know, did something positive. Had some nice quality time with the kids. And, you know, just enjoyed the day. And that's what it's all about. And it was a gorgeous day to do it. So I will talk to you all tomorrow. Remember, hug and kiss the ones you love. Tell them every day. Tomorrow's not guaranteed. We never know what's going to happen. And remember, guys, it's STD. It's one step at a time, one thing at a time, and one day at a time. Whatever your goals are, whatever they may be, whatever your dreams, hopes, aspirations of what you want to do, you can reach them. The only one that's going to stop you from doing that is yourself, okay? So that's important to remember, okay? Nobody else is going to stop you. It's you. So if you don't like your situation, change your situation. If you're unhappy, remember, guys, and I've said it over and over again, life is way too short to be unhappy. And happiness is a choice. I truly believe it is. So anyway, listen, I will talk to you all tomorrow. Have a great night. Prepper Nurse 1 out for now.